I watch way too many reality TV shows, especially ones about dating. Big fan of Love is Blind. Of course, it's so good. How could you not be? So today, we're going to build the pods from Love is Blind, but then I thought, why stop there? We'll do the pods. We're going to do the men's living quarters, the women's living quarters, and the reveal area. So for the pods, I'm going basement. I hate building in basements in this game because I hate the big black void around it. I just don't like it. I don't like being down there. I'm gonna do it for Love is Blind. We just weren't meant to be down there. This is for the moles and the mole people and no one else, okay? So we're gonna have to go 2 basement levels down because we need a level that's basically nothing except the top of the pods so we can see that view from above. I'm not sure how we're gonna do that. I thought about these like glass floors from Island Living. They're giving us the grid look that I want perfectly, like perfect ratio, but then you can see everything under them and then you have the square. I'm not sure those are gonna work. Okay, let's see if we make the level below it. We'll make a big room around the pods so we don't have this dirt anymore. And then we'll try making the walls of the level below black. So I like the look of that. I mean, I do think it looks pretty good. Okay, I tried covering up these corners with something, but like items go under this glass floor. I'm very confused on these. This is the second time I've tried to use these in a build that wasn't a house over water in Island Living, and it just doesn't seem to be working for me. So maybe those aren't the savior that I thought they would be. But let's try adding lights. I'm gonna try putting lights down here. Oh, but then it lights up this weird hallway between the pods. Oh, those look very nice little prison cells. Someone from Love is Blind, let me know. Is that the look that we want? Okay, I'm gonna try doing fencing instead so that the top is open. So we have this low base game fence. I'm gonna try that in black. I mean, it looks okay. I don't like the raised areas where it meets. Okay, let's try instead these smaller lights from Spade. So we have to raise them up a little bit and then like really carefully place them to get them to cover the whole border. I really like that. That is going to be so tedious. Do I really want to do that? Is it worth it? Oh no, look how good it looks with the whole border completed. Let's try this weird it's like placement tape kind of for sets from Get Famous. Ooh, I like it. Oh no. Oh, okay. It makes this like circle where they cross and a X at the end. Okay, that's working. So I did the fence one way and the like tape on the ground the other way. I'm gonna do the lights, but this is very tedious, so I'm gonna take a break with doing some of the inside of the pods first, because that's the part I've been like so excited about. So let's get into the pods. Usually a gray neutral wall, something like that. And then they've got like a red carpet going through the middle. They also have that in the reveal area. I'm not necessarily recreating a pod from a certain season, so they change them slightly each season. I think this last season they were kind of yellowy, and they always have like the wall that they're talking to is like a lighted panel kind of. I'm thinking these lighted walls from Spade will look perfect. Yeah, look at those. And then I really like this candle divider from Spade as well. I'm gonna be using a lot of Spade, I think, in this. And then I'm just gonna add these wall panels here to cover up a little bit of that wall, not make it so bright. Now we get to choose a couch, which I've been really excited about. The big couches, the 3-seaters are too big, but the 2-seaters, the love seats, don't look comfy. Like they don't have as many pillows, they don't look as cozy. What do we think about these two kind of overlapping? I kind of like it. I think I actually like this base game one the most. So we're gonna have that be our pod couch. Every pod is gonna get the same couch and the same big furniture items. We're gonna have these pillows from the Comfy Gamer kit. They really like to go for like the golden brass details in the background, and like they always have the gold goblets. So I really like this table that we're going to put back here. And then I'm not quite sure yet what we're going to use for the golden goblets, but I'm planning to check debug for that. But we have to have those. Something has to work because those are the iconic Love is Blind symbol. Spectre Sip. Okay, so we have these gold goblets from Paranormal Stuff. They're a little extravagant and they do have this like blue glowing liquid in them, but I just feel like that's going to be the best option for us because it's literally a gold goblet. So I guess we're going to have some blue Spectre sips around here. So I went with 5 rows of pods, so we have enough for 5 men, 5 women. And we're going to just take this room, copy and paste it, and then we'll just flip it and do the same thing here. I'm just gonna give them like slightly different decorations on the table, but overall they're gonna be the same. Okay, I've been very excited about adding like the little tiny touches to these pods too. Now this pod is gonna be the we're really feeling it, we're getting deep, we're on the floor so we can be closer to the wall to talk. I really want to have like shoes on the floor, but we don't have, or I don't have, at least in my packs, like a single pair of shoes. So I'm just going to take this one from Dream Home Decorator and shove the other pair under the couch. So now it looks like we just have 1 pair of shoes there. She's kicked off her shoes, and then I gave the matching man pod a pillow on the ground, so they're getting into it. I'm gonna do a cozy pod, so we'll have tea and the book here, which is like a notebook in this scenario. They're not reading in there, they're writing in their notebook. So we'll give you like tea, and then over here we'll do a mug as well. So they're both chilling. Maybe it's like a morning date. And then I want one of them to have games in it because that is something that happens often. They'll play, I think the production like gives them games or like to ask certain questions, things like that. Then I want one to be like, we're getting engaged. So we're going to use the VIP bucket. Maybe he's writing a song for her on his guitar. And then we'll put a single rose here too. I put in these dividers on the side with the door. And then I use these drones from Get Famous to look like the cameras on that side of the pod. Recently I was listening to a podcast, I think it was Caitlin Bristow's podcast, where she had Madison on, and she said that there's actually like a person on that side sometimes. So there's like, I don't know, in some views on the show you could kind of see there's like a hole in the wall and like a camera coming through the hole. But I decided to have these more like security camera footage where no one's actually standing there like watching them on their very intimate dates. On each side, I want to do the hallways, and they always have the red carpet. They're very neutral looking. They're not meant to be like flashy. It's just like to show them walking in and out of their dates. We're gonna have a hallway on each side that's like part of the set, but then behind that we'll have more room that's like production space. So I've made this kind of hallway between all the pods too, so they can theoretically get to the cameras for maintenance, get to the lighting, all that kind of stuff. Just kind of adding like generic equipment, electronic things, etc. I clearly know a lot about what goes on behind the scenes of a TV show. Okay, so I took a break from adding these lights to the borders of all the pods from the second level because it's very tedious, but finished that. So here's the finished above the pods look for a little bit of realism for this build. I just had to have a way that they could potentially get all that equipment down there, so I made a couple like really big stairwells. To the left, I just put lots of storage, so some of the items from the pods, I just put another one over there so it's like extra, and then I just put some cameras on each end of the hallway. We're gonna go upstairs and fix the layout a little bit. So I'm just kind of going with like the vibe that they generally have. It's not always like the women's living quarters are pink and the men's are blue, but sometimes it is like that. And just trying to make this very soft and feminine, but they really like to add lots of plants, lots of brass and gold decor. And then they usually have a big kitchen, a bar, a couple seating areas. I love this angular, what do you call it? I don't know, this diagonal flooring from Vampires. I feel like I end up using that in every build. I just love it. It looks so good. We're going to use some Dream Home Decorator cabinets, and then that new base game countertop is so pretty. We'll put that down here. I feel like this light from the Decor to the Max kit is very, very Love is Blind coded, so we'll put that in here. I know from behind the scenes podcasts and interviews that they do not actually stay here. So we're not building bedrooms or anything like that. They shuttle them off to a hotel and then they come back here and they have to sit in this probably very brightly lit, I would imagine not very comfortable set where they're dating for like 10 days. This sounds weird. It sounds like such a not very fun experience. They are actually casting in my area, or at least they were recently. Should I apply? I should go on it. Just so I can build a more accurate, true to real life set in The Sims 4. Imagine if I went on the show and then at the altar, I like got engaged, went through the whole thing, and then at the altar I was like, I do not. I was only here for my Sims 4 YouTube channel. I got all I needed. Let me know if you think I should try to go on the show. We'll see. Just kidding, I'm not. I'm doing these windows here that are going to look like they're going to the outside, but they're not. It's a secret. Put a wall back there and then we'll fill in some plants to kind of make it look like the outside. So I really like this chair and then the little love seat from Paranormal Stuff. That kit just has like, or pack, I guess, stuff pack. Has really cute stuff. Just gonna put some shelves over here. I'm using this one from the Comfy Gamer kit. I think I want a more exciting wall over here. Let's try this one. I like the way that looks, but I'm wondering about using this Paranormal Stuff one again. It's just very subtle, like this little gold leaf kind of pattern back there. I think that looks really good. We gotta have multiple seating areas so that women can like, 3 can sit over here and talk about someone. Meanwhile, she's over here talking about them. I'm gonna do a couple yoga mats over here and then we'll put a little meditation stool. I wish they had just like free weights because that would be nice to have here so it's not like, oh, girls only do yoga. I just don't really have room to add like big equipment. Let's move our dining table out here because I didn't put a bar area in and I'm running out of space. Let's just use this base game lit up bar back that has all these bottles on it. I've added a few of the goblets around here too, and then we'll just add some nice pink rugs. Okay, we'll just add some plants to liven the place up a little bit. And then they always have like a glass door with some kind of, I don't know, like decoration behind it. So I'm gonna put some bamboo out here. I might go with something different. Let's use this one, which is a city living door. It has a lot of different swatches and the different swatches have like different designs, which is really nice because you can have just a lot of options with that door. I like that. So let's add some plants to our little fake outside here. And then we'll use some green wallpaper too, so that looks very outdoorsy. I think that would be like one of the weirdest parts of being on any reality TV show where you're just like stuck in a room with people, just like not being able to go outside whenever you want or at all in some of these. Oh, I like that. Look at that. So I used the banana leaf wallpaper and I think it just adds enough leafage behind the plants that it looks like there's plants out there. I think this turned out so cute. Oh my gosh, there's enough like gold and pink stuff in The Sims that it really worked out well. Everything matches nicely. All right, so let's move over to the men's side. So over here, I'm gonna keep it, I'm thinking about going with like dark blues and dark browns, a little bit of maybe more silvery accents instead of bronze, but we'll see how it goes as we're going along. And we're gonna go with brown cabinets. Gotta be manly. I don't know why Spa Day is really coming in handy here. I like that pack a lot though, even though I never really build a spa. I feel like it has a lot of stuff that I use very often in whatever build I'm doing. And then I used the same flooring from Vampires, but I alternated which way it was going so that we have this like herringbone look. We'll give you guys a nice island as well. Here you go, men. Enjoy. I definitely want to do some other reality shows too. So definitely thinking about like the Bachelor Mansion. I wanted to do the resort from Bachelor in Paradise, but apparently they're not going back there this year, so I don't know. Is it still worth it to do it even if it's not relevant anymore? I don't know. Let me know what you think. I would love to do like the apartments from The Circle too. I love that show. Let's see, what else? I don't know if there's other reality shows that have like a distinct place that like a distinct set or something like that. Those are some ideas. So I'm using these shelves from City Living, so they have one set of 3 that has stuff on it pre-designed, and then they have them free kind of, so you can place the individual shelves and add whatever you want to it. So we have the same look, very symmetrical, but different stuff on them, which is nice. I know right now you can see a toilet through the window. That's not going to be the bathroom right there. We're going to do the same thing where we'll add a wall behind it, like a secret hallway of plants behind it. Okay, I changed the platforms. I think it looks much better. Now we have the bar on the second level, and then we have this nice seating area on the first platform. Let's do our dining table. Then I'm using this like rustic wood table. I really like that with these modern chairs. I think that looks very nice. And I'm thinking let's actually go with a more like navy blue wall instead of that teal. I think that's gonna go better with the decor that I'm using. Let's use this succulent planter. We'll use these wall planters over here. I sized that up because they're very tiny. And then I'm using this bar from the Casanova Cave kit. Now we need some manly chairs to go in front of it so we can sit and gossip about our bros and how they're dating the same girls as us. Well, those are from the Refined Living Room kit. And then we gotta add some form of gym equipment. Now, I'm not saying that women can only do yoga and men can only do weight machines. Men can do yoga, women can do weight machines. There's just not a lot of space here, okay? I can't do a full gym. There's like a gym stuff pack. I don't have that, but I wonder if there's some more like free weights and little stuff for the gym in there. I don't really know. I've also added the boxing thing here. Oh, I forgot a fridge, and I just realized I forgot a fridge in the women's space too. Oh my goodness, I'm really bad at that. I forget fridges a lot if I'm not living in the space. Like if I'm building a house for my sim, then I'm like, okay, stove, sink, fridge, then build the kitchen around it. But when I'm building for aesthetic and like looks only, like this build, I'm probably never gonna like play in this. Then I forget. All right, crisis averted. So back to the men's living quarters. I'm using the foosball table from Get Together. I feel like they always have a pool table or something like that. I don't think we have any of those in The Sims, definitely not in the packs that I have. And then I'll use this planter with the like gold, bronze legs. Love that. Then maybe we can use the Refined Living Room couch in here. Yeah, we have those blues that will go perfectly with the rest of the room. It just occurred to me recently that basically in every video where I've used these curtains and stuff from this pack, I keep calling it the Modern Luxe pack. It's not, it's the Desert Luxe. I don't have the Modern Luxe pack or kit. So I apologize if I said that in a previous video and you went and looked and were like, excuse me, that's not in that kit. I thought all this time that I had the Modern Luxe kit. I don't. I have the Desert Luxe kit. But anyways, I'm going to put those on this wall, and then I'm also going to do the dartboard, which is also from Get Together. The dartboard does add this little line on the ground. You can like barely see it. That's just like, that's part of the dartboard. That's where they throw from, so I can't really get rid of that or anything, which is fine. And then I added some plants back here. So there we go. We have our fake outdoors. We have these like Edison bulb lights. Those look very nice with the dartboard. I'm loving this space for the men. I think it looks perfect. So Love is Blind producers, Love is Blind set decorators. If you would like to buy these designs off me, I will sell them to you for $100,000 for each room that you would like to use. You know, let me know. We're gonna move over to the reveal set. So what happens here is there's the woman stands on one side, the man stands on the other side. They have some kind of door in front of them that opens like that, like sliding doors that are like opaque, but you can see shadows through them, so you see their silhouettes through them. Then they open and they run to each other on the little red carpet. They have an awkward meeting because they're engaged and they've never seen each other before. It's great fun. I'm having a hard time finding any doors or windows that look like they would open. I know I'm not going to find any that actually function like that, but I really like these windows from Realm of Magic because they look like a big round door. So I'm actually just placing a bunch of those on top of each other, and it does kind of create this weird black outline, but I like how it makes them kind of opaque, so I'm gonna roll with it. And back here behind the little red carpet area, we're gonna add a nice background of plants. So I'm using the ivy from Vampires, and then I'm using these wall panels as well. Some things this area always has, it always has like the red carpet, the round doors, but we also always have these like lanterns in the foreground and some kind of line of like plants or candles or some decoration in the foreground. And then in the background, we have more plants and like a really full, pretty backdrop. So that's what we're going for here. And then I'm just gonna add some plants back here. We have a nice little bench where they can sit and be weird and cringe. I mean, no matter how great the couple is, even if they're like love at first sight, you know, even if they turn out really good, it's always so awkward. The meeting is always like a little bit cringe, but that's what makes it fun to watch. So I removed the big like bushes that I had back there. Let's try adding something in the middle. I guess we could use this candle divider again from Spa Day, which we used in the pods. Kind of nice actually, because then it's like a throwback to the pods. It'll make them feel at home when they meet each other. I like that. Then we can still put some of these in front of it. Let's get another one of these candles in a cage. That's not what they're called, but that's what I call them. Oh, gilded flame lamp. Whatever, we're gonna call it candles in a cage. Then I've added some more of the like random sound video equipment and some cameras on each side as well as in the middle. So let's move over to the men's area for the like pre-reveal. We're gonna continue the generic masculine theme, I guess. I don't know what you call it. In here, I'm thinking about going with more of like a green and brown, which I really like this brown leather couch. I'm gonna add some ivy over here, and then we'll just add some decoration to these shelves. Then on the women's side, I think I'm gonna go with like a blue teal color, and they did use this color once, so we're gonna go with that. I feel like the women's side usually has a vanity, but I tried a couple of the vanities that I have. I don't really feel like they look nice, so I'm actually going to use this desk from Realm of Magic, and then we're just going to put a mirror above it. I'm going to use this decor to the Max Gallery wall on this wall. We need the VIP bucket. They always have the champagne on one of their sides where they like go back after they meet and they go back for a little drink. I'm just using some debug makeup items like the lip balm and the nail polish and the eyeliner. I am loving that. Then I've used the lights from Spa Day just to give a little bit of like background for when the doors open. It's not just a brick wall. All right, so that's the reveal area, but we'll get a nice tour here. Now the big reveal. I wish I had a big door to open for you to see this, but I don't have the capability of doing that. Okay, going back down to the pods. Here's the view that I've been excited to show you. We're panning over the top. You see the people falling in love from a top-down view. Oh, perfection. Okay, now let's get down in the pods. Here we have the like cozy couple that has their mugs and maybe they're on a morning date. We have a little tea set over here. And then we have a mug on the other side and just a different tea set on the man's side. Then we have the couple that's really getting into a deep conversation. They're on the floor. They've got their notebooks. She's got her shoes off. They've got their pillows on the floor. They are in deep conversation, okay? Here we've got the couple that's playing a game. So I've put the puzzle out here, gave them some games back here. Here we have the couple who is getting engaged. We've got a present over here, the VIP bucket, a rose, and then maybe he's going to propose to her in song. It's not something I personally would be into, but she really likes it, okay? And then we have the hallway on each side where we have the doors going into each pod, and then the door to go into the hall. So it's like the men's pods. They start over there, they come out into this hall, and then they go up the stairs, then they go over here into their living quarters. All right, then there's the men's living quarters. Lots of plants. We have our fake plants behind the windows. Then we've got the drinks lined up over here, a few sitting areas, and then we've got some workout equipment. We've got our cameras up front, and then I did the brick wall on the side that's like the producer side. I don't know what you call it, the not set side, the filming side. So then we have a little hallway just to separate the areas a little bit, and then we have the fake hallway of plants, then the women's living quarters. We added a fridge in there. They're good. They can eat refrigerated food now. We've got the couch area, just a nice sitting area, the dining table, and then the bar area. Lots of plants again. Oh, it's so cute. This is beautiful. I love it. Looks nice and cozy. And then a little workout area over here. And again, the planters by the window. Then on this side, I've got the cameras and the lights. We've got a door to go out to the bathroom. So this whole build only has 2 bathrooms. I'm not going to show the building of those because it's pretty boring. They're just boring, plain bathrooms. One thing I did kind of forget about, I think I'm gonna change the flooring where the cameras are on both sides to just be like a tile or just a different floor, so we'll go with this like white wood floor. So it's like, you know, if they're building a set, they're not going to extend the set floor over to where the cameras are, I assume. I don't really know. And here we have a hallway kind of dividing the different areas. So we have this big sliding door here that they could potentially get the equipment in there, all the furniture and stuff. Over here, we have a bathroom on the left. We have a little stairwell, a not so little stairwell. I made one like big open stairwell that, again, theoretically, they could get all the stuff for the set downstairs. And then over here we have our reveal area. So here's what it would look like if you were standing on this side of the door. It opens and there's your fiance. Just imagine it. Run to her on the red carpet with all the cameras pointed at you. What a weird experience that must be. In the kind of direction area, I've added like a few chairs, and I've also added a little like break area. So we've got a table and chairs, some pizza and water, and a little like mini fridge. Then we have downstairs by the pods, we kind of have a similar setup. So like a little work area, we've got a table set up, we've got some food here, vending machine. And yeah, that's the build, guys. That was a big one. That took me a long time. There's the set of Love is Blind. Let me know if I should try to go on the show so I can get a better read on the layout. Seems like the only way to do it, really. Let me know if there's other reality TV builds you'd like to see, or just any other builds. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can see my other videos, and you'll get notified when they come out. In other news, I got a gaming PC. It's incredible how much better it is. I'll be able to make better content. I'll be able to make more content. So definitely subscribe if you liked this video, because I will have a lot more to come very soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! My sincerest apologies, everyone. I forgot to include the outside in the tour. I did record the building of it. However, the build is currently on my old laptop. I didn't transfer my save files because I didn't really have anything that I felt I needed to switch over to my new computer. I was mistaken because I forgot to include this. So here's what I do have of the building, kind of just going for a big warehouse look and then adding a lot of stuff from City Living. I will try not to do that again.